Yo, what's good? Your 413 here back in the day, and today, guys, we are here for a brand new season in Forza Horizon 4, this time being summer, which will last from, well, last Thursday, September the 26th, to this upcoming Thursday, October the 3rd. And, of course, the brand new season means a brand new set of weekly Forzathon challenges, new festival playlist rewards, and, of course, new stock over in the Forzathon shop. But real quickly, I want to go ahead and apologize for how late this video has been. Unfortunately, my town's internet took a big old massive shit. I lost internet connection, I lost cell service, and it wasn't just me. I talked to a bunch of my friends, and they all said the same thing. It was happening to them, and from what I heard, it stretched at least another 45 miles. Like, it was a massive outage, and it was just not fun at all. But first of all, we're going to look at is we're going to be looking at our weekly Forzathon challenge, which is Horizon Anniversary. And this is going to be the theme for all of Series 14. Essentially, each and every single week of the series, they're going to be focusing on a different Forza Horizon game. And first up, we have Forza Horizon 1, the original, the Mac Daddy of them all. And our first challenge is going to be American Icon. Own and drive the loud and brutal 2013 Dodge Viper GTS. Honestly, I love this car to death. It is one of my favorite American, I guess you could say, muscle cars, but really, when I think about this car, I don't really see it as a muscle car in particular. I really see it more as a sports car, because that's kind of what it is. It's an American sports car, and it's really the iconic American sports car. I mean, you got the Corvette, and the C8 Corvette may overthrow this one because of just how good it's likely to be. But the thing is, though, is this thing is just an absolute beast. Moving on, we have Brute Force. Use the weight of your Srt Viper GTS to its full potential and earn 10 trading pain skills. So, of course, like all Americans and their cars, it is a big boy, so it is relatively heavy. But the other thing about this car is I also believe it has one of the largest displacements for any 10-cylinder engine ever. And that's insane. And it's not like the most powerful car ever. But the thing is, though, is that displacement, it gives it so much potential for what it could do in the future. And it's absolutely ridiculous. I think, I'm not exactly sure how big it is, but man, oh man, I remember it being absolutely huge. You know what? Actually, let me go ahead and Google it. How big is the engine in a Dodge Viper? So let's see here. The new Dodge Viper is an 8.4 liter V10 producing 645 horsepower. I thought it was only 8.3, but it's 8.4. That is absolutely insane. Moving on, we have Showdown. Put on a show of force by winning 3 street scene events in your Srt Viper GTS. So I guess how this version of the Viper was made, not really a show of force, but really a show of ingenuity. For those of you guys who aren't familiar with the story, Dodge actually threw away the Viper. They said nobody wants a Viper, it's too expensive, it's not really us, and they focused on the little tiny Dodge Dart that they made. Oh boy, we're gonna love this Dodge Dart. And then the engineers on the original Viper all got together in a shed somewhere, and they made their own company, SRT. And from here, they developed a brand new Dodge Viper and showed that people still wanted it. And then Dodge came and they bought SRT. Absolutely insane. It's a great story, and I think it's going to go down as one of like those famous automotive stories in history. Not quite like, you know, the Ferrari and the Lamborghini story, but man, it is definitely a good one. Then finally, we have Like a Boss. Celebrate your victories by earning 750,000 skill score in your Srt Viper GTS. That is quite a lot. So it looks like that we're going to have to make some tunes for the Srt Viper. We're going to have to go ahead and focus on making a drift tune for this challenge, as well as a race tune, so that we can go ahead and do those street scene events. But now that we've taken a look at everything here in the Forzathon challenge, let's go and see what is going on in the rest of the festival playlist. So starting things off, we have our seasonal co-op trial event, which is Mustang vs. Mustang, where you'll be able to pick up the number 25 Vaugn Gitting Jr. Ford Rtr Mustang drift car. The thing about this car is I don't really like it. I love the livery of the Vaugn Gitting Jr. car, but it's really twitchy. The way that Vaugn Gitting Jr. sets up his drift setup, it's just, I don't like it. I don't like it. Now the number 80 Rtr Mustang, which is driven by Chelsea Denofa, that is so much better. It's so much nicer, it's so smooth, and it's really kind of more my style. Leave a comment down below. Let me know, what do you guys like? Vaugn Gitting Jr.'s Mustang or Chelsea Denofa's Mustang? I want to hear what you guys got to say. We also have a repeat of the Showcase Remix Night Flight, so that is pretty cool if you haven't already done it. This will go towards your star card completion. And then for our seasonal playground games, we get a face that only a mother could love in the form of the 1979 Chevrolet Camaro. I know Camaro boys, you guys are going to be like, "Girl, it's a Camaro, it's American muscle." But let's be honest, it is not the prettiest Camaro out there. There are several other pretty Camaros. You got the 1968 Camaro, the early 70s Camaros, you got some of the 90s Camaros even. I mean, they're even prettier in the 90s than they were in this generation. It's just not very good looking. Plus, as well, every time I look at it, I get reminded of an ex-girlfriend. It's just, oh man, it is, it's got a face only a mother could love. Moving on down the line, we have got Horizon Heats, where you're able to pick up a 1984 Honda Civic CRX Mugen. This car is not exactly very fast, but it is sprightly. It is a fun little car to drive. It's front wheel drive, but I will say this, when you pick one up, you may want to increase the horsepower on it because, again, it's not very fast. I think it's got less than 200 horsepower, so it's a car that I wanted as a high schooler, and it's a car that I don't really want anymore. But it is still fairly awesome. It is still fairly awesome. There's a snake in my boot where you can pick up a classic race suit. And I think that's going to be featuring the Shelby Cobra, as you see on the screen right there. But then we have the Mac Daddy of them all down here in the Race Central Seasonal Championship. We're able to pick up the holy crap car, the Ferrari 599XX Evolution. I don't know where I was going with that, but man, oh man. The Ferrari 599XX Evolution is amazing. It is so amazing. I love this car to death. It is one of the best cars in S2. As well, you can also make it one of the fastest cars in Forza Horizon. Any of the Forza Horizon games. It's just absolutely insane, and I love it. It's worth a crap ton too if you have not yet picked one up. Although I will say, I bet you it's probably going down in the auction house value because everybody can get their hands on it. But man, it is a piece of art. And it is absolutely extraordinary. We also have our monthly Rivals event, which features the Lamborghini Centenario at Lakehurst Cove Circuit. And of course, you got to qualify for online adventure since it is the beginning of a series. But now we've taken a look at all these seasonal championships, let's go ahead and take a look at our completion rewards. So we're also going to focus on the Festival Playlist rewards. So at 50% completion, you'll be able to pick up the Cadillac Limousine, famously driven by Don Juan's song, in a video that got confused some news anchors in Brazil to think that is how the American presidential driver has to drive. It's hilarious. And then we have at 80% completion the Ferrari 166mm Berchetta. I said Berchetta in my last video, but the thing is though, somebody corrected me and said it's actually Berchetta, so I hope I'm pronouncing that right, which is normally 6.5 million credits over in the auto show. So if you want to save some money, you'll be able to go ahead and do 80% of the festival playlist, and you'll be able to pick that up pretty damn cheap, which is free. It's free. That is the cheapest thing you can do. Moving on into the summer season, it's kind of weird. So as you see there in the festival playlist, it goes 50-80. Here in summer season, it goes 80-50. It's so weird. I think they originally put them in as 50% and 80%. And then whoever was doing their graphic designs was like, oh crap, how do I fix this really quickly? And they just swapped the 50 and the 80%. I don't know. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. And you see they complete it and they fix it when you move into autumn. But anyway, here in summer at 50% completion, we have the brand new McLaren 600 LT. This car is essentially a race-tuned version of the 570S Coupe. Thing is though, with the 600 LT, is they knew it wasn't going to be a track monster. They know it's not going to be setting record lap times. So what they did with this car is they made it fun. McLaren made a fun car, which is kind of weird for them. Most of the time, they've been focused on making the fastest car in the world, track monsters, lap time record holders. Like the MP4-12C was made to be the best supercar possible at the time. And it outperformed the Ferrari 458 to extraordinary lengths. But this car is a street legal track car that you can have fun with. And that's what they were going for here. Moving on to 80% completion, we have the 2005 Honda NSX R. not to be confused with the Honda NSX R GT, which is available over in the auto show for 500,000 credits. This is a wheel spin exclusive, so if you have not yet picked one up, now will be the time to do so. I will say this, as a former Honda boy, the NSX R is a dream car. Not even just the R version, just an NSX. I would love to own an NSX. However, though, I would rather have one from the 90s because pop-up headlights. But now that we've taken a look at everything here in the festival playlist, let's go and see what is going on in the Forzathon shop. So starting things off in our traditionally Forza Edition car slot, we have the 2018 number 88 Mustang Rtr, which is Chelsea Denofa's car. I actually thought it was number 80. I was a little wrong there. It's number 88. But honestly, like I was saying earlier, I like this car a lot better than Vaugn Gitting Jr.'s. It's a lot smoother, and I just really like how this one's able to transition into the corners. It's a little bit slower transitioning, but it's smoother. And you can pick this up for 550 Forzathon points. Moving on down the line, we have the 2016, the 2016 Koenigsegg Regera. Oh my gosh, this thing is an absolute beast as well. Costs a lot of money, so if you've not yet picked one up, you'll have to think about it for yourself, whether or not 525 Forzathon points is worth it to you, because you can buy it in the auto show. It's not an exclusive car. Thing is though, is if you got the amount of money that I have, I would rather just spend credits on it, because my Forzathon points, although I've also got a shit ton of those, overall it's going to cost me more in Forzathon points than it will with credits. So that's just kind of my outlook on it, so you'll have to really decide that one for yourself. Going down the line, we also have the classic race helmet. Don't know how much it is because I already own it, but you also can pick up the classic race suit this week so you can match your outfit. And then finally down here we have the timeless sweater. Ooh, that is a sweater that only a mother could love. Exactly like it'll match your Camaro. It'll match your Camaro. That's right. Oh boy, that's an ugly sweater. Finally though, we have our wheel spins, 44 Forzathon points for a regular wheel spin and 150 for a super wheel spin. But if you guys have known this series, you know what time it is. We are going to go ahead and do some super wheel spins. Hopefully we can pick up something nice, but let's see what we can go ahead and get. Alright, here we go. Oh boy, I'm only seeing one gold. Nope, there's two gold. There's gold in the final row and there's gold in the first row. We aren't going to pick it up though. We came so close though to picking up the Mclaren F1 GT. It was just the next spin, but we got 190,000 credits as well as a KTM crossbow. But wait, we can sell the crossbow now. Yay! This comes with the new update. We can sell the KTM crossbow. Let's go ahead and do so right now. There we go. We just got 50,000 extra, so that brought our total to 240,000 credits. Ooh! Ooh! We got some Horizon Edition glory with the Peugeot 205. Not really super excited about that, but I haven't seen one of these in a while, so I'm wondering if this car has actually gone up in value at all. We also pick up 10,000 credits and a Ferrari Dino, which that Dino's worth a lot. 212,500 credits, thank you very much. And woo! 225,000 credits for the Peugeot. Woo, man, we are making some bank today. Although I will say that was our gold wheel spin, so we didn't really have to go any farther. Oh, look at this though. We got another Forza Edition glory. We got 5,000 credits, a Porsche 356A, and a Ford Falcon Forza Edition. Let's just go ahead and collect these right now. We got to sell this one for 165 and 150 for the 356A. Oh boy. Oh, I should have just, I meant to click collect, not spin again, but I guess we're going to spin again. And we're just going to end up with some money this time. Let's go ahead and collect our prize and move on. But man, oh man, isn't that nice? So but anyway though, that's where I'm going to go wrap things up for today. If you guys want to, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at twitter.com/Gurr413 and Instagram.com/Gurr413. And if you guys like this video, go and make sure to hit that like button down below for us, because you guys already know your support is so greatly appreciated. And make sure to subscribe for more videos coming out all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.